Y'all, there's something very fishy about this story. And you tell me what you think is so fishy about it. The bodies of deputy and woman he arrested found after patrol car goes into river. The deputy's final text to his wife was, "Water." What's going on here? The body of a missing Eastern Tennessee deputy sheriff was found on Thursday evening. Officials said Hamilton County Sheriff's Office said that the body of Meigs County Deputy Robert R.J. Leonard had been recovered and was being escorted to the Knoxville Regional Medical Examiner's office. Video footage showed numerous law enforcement motorcycles and vehicles and everybody ding, 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 ding. Law enforcement started multiple agencies' search through Leonard on Wednesday night after they lost contact with Meigs County Dispatch. Okay, strange. They lost contact with the dispatch. This officer, he's out on an arrest. District Attorney Russell Johnson said earlier in the news conference that Leonard had made an arrest and he was headed back to the county jail. Now, did he know this woman? Why did he arrest this woman? What was this all about? There's more to the story that I don't really know. Of course, you could fill a book with things I don't know, but Johnson confirmed a woman's body that was handcuffed was recovered in the vehicle. The woman's identity has not yet been confirmed. Oh, Lordy. What's it all about, folks? Let me just ask you real quick. Okay, I'm going to go on. Officials said they believe Leonard might have turned his vehicle into the river in the dark. Leonard, who moved to the rural Tennessee region from New York a few months earlier, came to the sheriff's office from Cleveland State Police Academy. I heard him reporting that people from New York don't know how to drive in Tennessee, and thusly they would just naturally be inclined to go off into the river. Honestly, I heard a report, something like that. The deputy last communication, that was just kind of a Tennessee report, but they did do it. The deputy's last communication with his wife was a text message that said water. Folks, help me make it make sense. Chief Deputy Brian Malone of the Meigs County Sheriff's Department said Deputy Leonard was only here for a couple of months, but he had become a part of our family. Lordy, I shall not speak ill of the dead. I certainly would not do so. But Deputy Leonard, in the couple of months that he was there on the beat in East Tennessee, I want to know who that woman was, why he arrested her, and why in those couple of months he could not figure out how to drive in Eastern Tennessee. That I find very... Oh, and tell me this, folks. If you're in an emergency situation, you're a first responder, and you go into the water in your patrol car, are you going to bust out your phone and FaceTime your wife or text her or whatever, allegedly? Something fishy going on with this story. Folks, this is an update and a report on the aftermath of the Acorn incident. That's right. I want you to stop for a second, though, and think about how that squirrel must have felt the moment the gunfire went off. That's what the squirrel probably did. But listen, seriously, in all seriousness, folks, this cop has gone into hiding and quit his job, allegedly. Okay, but really, we have to stop for a moment and think about this for a second. This cop needs to be traveling the country, going to every police department and teaching them that freaking barrel roll technique. Man, that barrel roll, you guys, come on. The barrel roll and the holler at the same time, and the discharging of the weapon. Freaking amazing. Olympic style amazing.
Make sure you don't have any weapons on them. I didn't do nothing, I swear to God.
Well, new tonight, brand new camera video showing the moments an already patted down and handcuffed man was pulled out of a bullet-riddled patrol car. All of this in Okaloosa County.
Yeah, but he was in that patrol car when a deputy mistook a falling acorn for a gunshot. That's when he and another deputy blistered the back of that vehicle with gunfire. And a handcuffed Marquise Jackson still in the back seat. It's a miracle he wasn't hit. Our Lacey Beasley showed us that video of what happened last week. She's here in studio now with the rest of this crazy story. Lacey?
Yeah, Lenise and Byron, the deputy who started shooting first actually thought he had been shot, but he wasn't. That deputy, Jesse Hernandez, has since resigned. Body cam footage shows Jackson complying with deputies after his girlfriend reported him for allegedly stealing her car. Video shows Okaloosa County deputies patting him down, and he's handcuffed behind, then put in the backseat of Hernandez's patrol vehicle. Moments later, deputies started shooting at him.
Shots fired! Shots fired! Shots fired! Shots fired! You know. I'm hit!
In the backseat of that cruiser sits Marquise Jackson, handcuffed and buckled in. This chaotic scene shows former Deputy Jesse Hernandez shooting into his patrol vehicle, thinking Jackson had somehow shot him in the legs. But according to a 44-page final report from the Okaloosa County Sheriffs, that sound that triggered the gunfire was actually a falling acorn hitting the top of his cruiser, not a gunshot.
My legs went numb when it hit me.
All right.
I don't know, my legs went numb for a second. I heard a pop come from...
Go this way. Can you move?
Yeah.
Here's the brand 10 news obtained.
RT, you're doing a great job. Can you hear me?
Showing the moment deputies got Jackson out of the vehicle.
Stay there. Don't move. Don't move. Pull it. Face down. On the ground. Face down. Turn around. Pat him down. Make sure you don't have any weapons on him. I didn't do nothing. I swear to God.
Where are you injured, bud?
Ow, I saw that hurt. I don't know what it is. Clear, car's clear.
Jackson says his shoulder hurts, though in an unbelievable outcome, he was not shot. Here's another angle.
Face down, on the ground.
Our internal investigation was nearly 2 months. It was 8 weeks for us to be able to complete all of those steps. It's not normally that long, but this was a very unique situation. We hope a situation we'll never find ourselves in again. To that end, I can only apologize to Mr. Jackson and his family.
Now, there was also an Okaloosa County sergeant who fired shots after Hernandez yelled out. She was cleared. Now, I talked to Marquise Jackson, and he tells me he's taking legal action. Reporting live in studio, Lacey Beasley, Fox 10.
Whoa. This story has it all. It has the back the blue till it happens to you personality. It has the accident. Will it make it through the YouTube censorship because there was a crash? It has the proverbial good cop doing the right thing, seemingly doing the right thing on the side of the road. I'm just going to let this kid go. Now, everybody will say, it's got this too. It's got the, why didn't that kid just have a license on the back of his thing? And I know there's no good reason to have an interaction if you can help it. But this story, there's more to the story. Why does this story have it all? Oh, extreme negligence. It shows what they really think of you. What the cop says to the other cop. The cop's lying on the ground, and what the cop says to him shows what they really think of you. That's what this story's all about. Back the blue till it happens to you. All right, and now this is the educational part of the program.
Family's nightmare.
This is a well-known family experiencing something all of us can relate to, concern for their teen driver. The Senate President Pro Tem and his wife, the Oklahoma County Clerk, got a terrible phone call January 5th. Their 16-year-old son had been in a catastrophic accident on the highway.
News 4's Allie Myers sat down with the Treat family for an update on their son's recovery and some brand new details, and this shocking crash may lead to a new state law.
I-40 westbound at the mile marker 136 with a black Dodge Charger. No 28 available.
16-year-old Mason Treat is behind the wheel. That black Charger, a birthday gift for a new driver. He's on his way to basketball practice.
Warning, Deputy Mendoza, Connecticut County Sheriff's Office. The reason to stop you, you have no tag on your vehicle. Is there a reason for that?
Yes, sir.
The reason he was pulled over is because didn't have the tag yet. And Oklahoma law allows for 2 months for that.
He's sitting in his car doing everything that he's supposed to do. You know, he rehearsed with us how to talk to the officer, where you put your hands. explaining, here's my paperwork, I'm a legal driver. It should have been a simple conversation, and then he should have made it to basketball.
14 minutes after Deputy Jose Mendoza first pulled over Mason Treat.
Tell you what, I was gonna give you a written warning for the license plate. I'm not even gonna do that. I don't want that to show.
A drowsy driver nearly killed them both. Deputy Mendoza's dash camera continues to roll. It takes the injured deputy more than a minute to reach for his radio and call for help. Another 2 minutes before help arrives. An OHP trooper scans the deputy for injuries. Turns out they are neighbors and friends.
Is your leg okay? I don't care about that.
What? What did he just say?
3.5 minutes pass. Another trooper arrives. The deputy is seriously injured, but no one has checked on the other victims. No one is helping the teen boy trapped in his car. 6.5 minutes after the call came in, a Yukon police sergeant is the first to check on Mason Treat. He arrives at the Charger 8.5 minutes after the crash.
From having a child approximately the same age, and I could tell he is young. I could tell from body behavior that it was pretty clear he had a pretty traumatic head injury.
Mason was unconscious, unresponsive, broken, and seizing.
I was angry when I realized the time gap. What if he would have survived the crash and wouldn't have survived those 10 minutes?
Yukon Fire pried Mason from the wreckage and carried him to an ambulance 24 minutes after impact.
We are so incredibly thankful for their service. My uncle's a sheriff, my grandfather's a retired police officer, my brother-in-law's a police officer. So we love our police officers. We love our first responders, all of them. And we count on all of them, very much so. And I think when there's a moment that you feel like they almost failed, it's hard to process because that's who we do count on. That's who we count on when we can't be there and our little boy is trapped in a car.
Back the blue till it happens to you.
It's hard.
I was trying to evaluate.
The Treat family is focused on gratitude for the sergeant who waited with their son in his darkest hour.
He was able to hold his hand and talk to him and be with him. And of course, we didn't know that till later, but there's just such a peace, knowing, somebody was there.
Mason Treat spent 20 days in the hospital, 5 in ICU, first at OU Health, and then at Bethany Children's Center.
Put your butt down.
He's fighting a big fight that a lot of us wouldn't be strong enough to fight. And the fact that he couldn't walk, that he couldn't shower, that he couldn't do anything on his own, and now is wanting to go to car lots to look for a car. It's nothing short of a miracle.
I'm ready to drive. I want to go look at cars after this, actually.
Mason's parents are also ready to get to work, fixing the confusion that led to that traffic stop on I-40.
It's called blue privilege. That's the confusion. There should be no confusion, actually. They all do it. Yes, that's your uncle and your cousin and whoever the hell you said of your family members that are cops. They would have done the same thing. Woo! Gather around the hurt cop and don't give a crap about anybody else. That's what they do. Anyways, you guys get the story. All right, let's see what we got here.
Discrepancy in the law I found since looking at it, and it unnecessarily puts the traveling public at risk and law enforcement. And so we're going to fix that. I will fix that this year.
The Senate Pro Tem is in his last legislative session. Mason was 4 years old when Dad got into politics, and Mom is just getting started in public life.
We're public servants. We want to fix things. And when we see something's broken, we want to try to fix it.
Oh, Lordy. The government's broken, lady. Listen, folks. There's no I in me. Well, I guess unless you're talking about I'm. Oh, wait a second. That's not I, me. What do I know? Well, in all seriousness, folks, There's so many bad apples out there, so few hours in the day, and there's so few channels reporting on these bad apples. But seriously, there's a bunch of great channels out there. They're all great. All these people that are holding the government officials accountable, I love it. Last week I reported on the Poor Dirt Farmer. That's one of my favorite channels. The guy is great. Super cool cat. Wonderful reporting. This week I want to report on a guy named Levi Trumbull. You're going to love this guy's channel. This guy is a true reporter. He's absolutely impeccable at his job. He comes from the Mr. Porter militia of hilariously mean activists. They're great. And you know what? They've made a huge change out here in the old interweb. And if you're not familiar with the Benghazi Rabbit and, of course, Sean Porter, go subscribe to those channels. But we're talking about Levi Trumbull now. Levi is a great reporter. He really puts in a lot of effort. It's just spectacular. So, folks, please go subscribe to his channel. Every week I'm going to try to do something on someone's channel. So I like all you guys, the big ones, the little ones, everybody's great. But hey, go subscribe to Levi Trumbull and keep up to date with everything that's going on with all the freaking bad apples everywhere. Whoa, that was a big report. It took a whole pot of coffee to get through that one. Thank you guys so much for sticking around for the Bad Apple Report this morning, here every morning at home on the range at 7:30 a.m. Thank you so much for subscribing, smashing the like button, and sharing this video with all your friends. You guys have made my day, and I hope you have a great day. I'm going to make you another Bad Apple Report for the morning, and we'll see you again tomorrow at 7:30 a.m. Thanks again, folks.
No pain, no pain, no pain at all. Everybody really wanna feel no shame, no shame.